Hi, English teacher. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, hi. My name's Sandra and I'm originally from the UK. I teach English here in Turkey, in Istanbul, and I've been here doing that for about 5 years. Currently, I'm teaching lycée students or high school students from the ages of about 13 to maybe 16, 17, and I do that full time. Hi, English teacher.
Hi, my name is Neeraj Singh. I'm an English teacher. I'm from India. I run an academy known Divya English Academy as well YouTube channel for viewers to help to learn English. And it's nice to see you in this evening time.
Yes, thank you very much for inviting me to talk with you and your viewers. It's a really great honor for me to do that. So thank you very much. I appreciate your offer.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay, since you are an English teacher, and then I thought of why don't we two English talk about how to learn English language or else how to teach English language. For example, as you are teaching English language in Turkey, Istanbul. So first of all, would you like to tell about your English teaching strategies or else how to learn English language? If someone wants to learn English language, how should they begin learning language? What can be the main topics? What can be the various things that they should follow in order to learn language systematically according to your experience? Please share it.
Okay. I think firstly, because I learn a language too, I'm trying to learn Turkish. So from a point of view of learning a language, listening, I think, is the one of the top priorities. You need to really try and listen to the language, get involved with the language. My listening, unfortunately, is not too great, but I'm practicing and trying very hard. So listening can be anything really. So from watching a movie, listening to music, listening actually to people, common native people speaking the language, and just listening to what they say, how they say it, the speed that they say things. That's really very important too. So there's a number of things you can do. Dancing to music, for example, just to get the idea of the rhythm of the language as well can be really, really useful. Here in Turkey in school, I suppose we do listen. We kind of repeat a lot of kind of what we're saying very kind of slowly, not too fast, because people obviously, it's difficult. The faster you speak, the less you can actually hear. So kind of try and keep it quite level, consistent, and really get the students to understand what you're saying. The pronunciation, the intonation of the words as well is very important. Here in Turkey, there's a tendency to just speak like that. It's quite slow, or it's really, really fast and you can't tell what they're saying. So, we try and go, okay, you need to speak with a little bit of intonation instead of speaking like that. So that's kind of something we try and portray, if you like, as being important. And that's one of the things anyway. How about where you are living?
Okay, very good. As you said that, first of all, when we talk about learning English language or learning any language, so the listening plays a very vital role in the process of learning English language. Why? Because a child before he goes to school, he learns language. How does that happens? That just happens by listening. When we talk
For
about
sure.
listening English language, that means first of all, we just need to listen some English words. Maybe we are grown up people, but when we want to learn a language, for learning language we need to become firstly a child, listening some
Yes,
words, few
I was
words.
going to say babies just listen, don't they? They don't know really at that how to speak. They're just listening and copying the sounds that their parents make. So listening, we listen from a very, very early, well, before we're born probably. So yeah, listening is very important part of maybe picking up
Absolutely.
definitely another language for sure.
Absolutely, the first skill is to learn language. It is all about
That's a,
listening. So we need
yeah, it's a really good
any
point
language. Yeah, please.
for sure. No,
Yes, yes.
sorry to interrupt. It was a really good point. Yeah, listening is when you think of it as like from a baby upwards, it's really, really important. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, number one, listening.
Yeah, that means the first skill we need to follow, it is all about listening. Listen language. So listen words, sentences, and then how do people speak. And then now people may have question that I don't have opportunity. People around me, they don't speak English. Then how can I listen? What should they do according to you?
Oh, okay. Well, like I mentioned before, there's movies, there's cartoons, there's podcasts, there's radio, pop music. There's lots of different kind of genres of entertainment you could use to listen to English. There's lots of kind of apps and things you can use, um, audio books. That I think the list can be quite endless. So there's quite. What I'm planning to do soon is maybe doing a board game meeting. So people join up and we play board games in English. So there's lots of different ideas that you could use to kind of listen and understand or start to begin to understand English. So I think they're quite
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely, because we are living in 21st century. This is the era of internet. We have a lot of access of listening, especially these days, watching a lot of YouTube channels, TV, radios, as you said, the music and all. So we need to make sure that maybe the community where we are living in, so people might not be speaking English, but then having access in internet, we can try to listen from various YouTube channels and then TV channels and then watch some movies, which is going to help us
For sure.
listen some sentences and pick up few words, few sentences, and then learn language. The first stage we do need to start with.
Yes, language in context probably. So like language maybe around a particular job or a particular game or something. So not kind of just language here, there, and everywhere. Maybe kind of concentrate it. So shopping, for example, in English. So you use the English words for your shopping. If you go to the bank, try and do your banking in English if you can. Change the if you're using the ATM or the cash point, change the language to English perhaps. So you have to use the system in English. I know here we can change it to Turkish, French, I think Russian, English. There's a number of kind of different languages. So that could be useful. So kind of practical things like that is really useful.
Absolutely. So what can be the second skill? What can be the second point of learning English language?
I think reading and speaking. Speaking is really important because you need to translate what you're listening to into how you speak. And copying is a great idea because you can copy intonation, copy pronunciation, and learn really how to link words and understand words that way. And obviously ask lots of questions. So I would say speaking probably would come next. Listening, speaking. I can although saying that, I can understand some Turkish. I can't speak it so well. So that's because I don't listen. So listening, speaking, reading, writing. Writing would be the last thing, I think. So yeah, I'm going to say speaking. So we turn what we've listened to into kind of actual words communication. We're having conversations with locals. Maybe we're having a WhatsApp group or something like that. We're talking about kind of internet and YouTube, maybe WhatsApp group. So we can voice record our message and send it to our friends and they can voice record a message back in English. A two-way conversation. Involve other people as well in that. I think that's a great idea too. So I'm going with speaking. How about you? What would you choose?
Absolutely. The second skill is being followed after listening. That is all about speaking because once we listen language, after that we just need to try to speak that, copy, intimate,
Yes.
and then that's gonna help us because sometimes listening can be little easy for us. Then if we want to speak all those words according to that pronunciation, might not be that much easy because that's the new language for us. Maybe someone saying most probably, maybe I'm not able to pronounce this particular word, most probably, the tongue twister is happening there. So the second is that after learning language we need to make sure that We try to speak it out, pronounce all those words. Pronunciation and speaking it out is going to give us some confidence. Might not be sentences in the beginning, just pick a few words. All right, it's okay. Well done. Absolutely. Exactly.